Welcome to the GBC Newsroom's coverage of the 2025 National Day celebrations. And this year we had a very special guest in Gibraltar addressing the political rally at Keynote Square. None other than Stephen Doughty, the Minister for Europe. His first appearance in Gibraltar since the political agreement was announced on the treaty between the UK and the European Union on Gibraltar's future relationship. And he had the following to say.
As we look to the future with hope, together this is a moment that we also reflect on a very historic year, and the agreement reached in June between the United Kingdom, Gibraltar and the EU shows what diplomacy and cooperation can achieve. And fundamentally that's focused on securing your prosperity, your stability, your security for generations to come, and the prosperity, security and stability of all of us. It's a deal that avoids a hard land border. It's going to enable the fluid movement of people and goods in both directions. It's a deal that's going to strengthen Gibraltar's economy and connectivity. And it's a deal that marks the beginning, I hope, of a new era filled with opportunity and promise. And let me assure you that both myself personally and the United Kingdom government will continue to see this through until it's in place. We're putting our shoulder to the wheel over these crucial weeks, and we will always stick with Gibraltar when it matters. We always have, and we always will. Our teams are working to finalise that crucial text of the treaty to ensure you have the stability and certainty you deserve. But of course, Gibraltar's sovereignty, Gibraltar's self-determination will never be crossed. We will always stand for it. We've always stood for it, and we will continue to do so in the future. And I want to pay tribute to all of your patience and perseverance that's provided the space for this agreement to become a reality. And throughout this process, I really want to say this with genuine affection and appreciation. The relationship that I've had with Fabian, with Joseph, with Sir Joe, with the whole team here in the government of Gibraltar has been absolutely remarkable, with the governor and all of the officials who've worked through day and night to get us to where we are. So thank you to that team of Gibraltar. And I want to assure you of a very fundamental principle, which I believe applies to all of our overseas territories, all of the British family, which is nothing about you without you. And I can assure you that the Chief Minister, the Deputy Chief Minister and their teams have been at the table at every point during this, and we have led with them. This has been a partnership, and I think it's what says something very special about the relationship between Britain and Gibraltar into the future, and they will remain an integral part of that relationship going forward. So this is an agreement with Gibraltar, it's for Gibraltar. Thank you to all of you who've taken part in that. Thank you for your patience and perseverance. But today is one of celebration. Let's raise our voices, let's wave the flags, and let's celebrate this incredible place. It's a genuine pleasure to be with you. Thank you very much. Diolch yn fawr iawn.
And Stephen Doughty's wasn't the only message from the United Kingdom. We also heard, through letters read out by the Chief Minister, Fabian Picardo, from the King, Charles III, from the Prime Minister, Sir Keir Starmer, and from the new Foreign Secretary, Yvette Cooper.
These are the words of His Majesty the King. As you and the people of Gibraltar celebrate the auspicious occasion of your National Day, my wife and I have great pleasure in conveying our warmest congratulations to your Chief Minister and to the people of Gibraltar. As a cherished member of our overseas family, it is with great pride that I reflect on the many achievements of the people of Gibraltar. It seems to me that our shared history, interests and values have fostered in both countries a deep mutual loyalty and respect, which has served us so well in working together on matters of economic, cultural and environmental importance. My wife and I would like to take this opportunity to send our very best wishes for the year ahead. Charles, King of England and King of Gibraltar. On behalf of all of Gibraltar, Your Majesty, thank you. I've also today received a letter from the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, my friend and your friend, Keir Starmer. And the Prime Minister says this: he sends us our warmest wishes, his warmest wishes on National Day. He says this: "This day stands as a testament to the enduring strength, unity and democratic will of the Gibraltarian people. It is also a moment to reaffirm the deep and historic bond between Gibraltar and the United Kingdom, built on shared values, mutual respect, and a steadfast commitment to self-determination." This year's celebrations carry added significance following the political agreement reached on the 11th of June between the United Kingdom, the European Union, Gibraltar and Spain. Following extensive and constructive negotiations, this agreement marks a pivotal step towards a future treaty that will ensure a prosperous and secure future for Gibraltar. And yesterday evening, I spoke to Yvette Cooper, who is the new Foreign Secretary of the United Kingdom, who wished us all a very happy National Day and confirmed the United Kingdom's commitment to the double lock on the sovereignty of Gibraltar.
Fabian Picardo also spoke about the treaty itself, saying there was no compromise on sovereignty.
We, that's Gibraltar and Britain together, have done a deal with the EU which does not compromise our sovereignty in any way. That's what I promised you. That's what we've done. I told you we would never surrender any part of our British sovereignty for any price, for any deal, or for any benefit. I guaranteed you that if I brought back a deal, it would be safe and secure. And that is what we have delivered. Because we say it here every year. And we mean it here and everywhere we say it every year. We will never cede one grain of our sand, one drop of our water, or one breath of our air. It's all British forever. We won't blink in making sure it's as safe and secure as the deal we've announced is. Together with Britain, we've seen off many foes over many centuries. Now, with a new treaty with the EU, with a new relationship with our neighbours, we can build a better future. A future with more opportunities. A future with less obstacles. A future that will be better for all of our precious children. But a future, make no mistake about it, as exclusively British forever as we said it would be, and off the UN list. And in that future, you, we, the Gibraltarians, are unstoppable. Our nation is unstoppable. Our people are unstoppable. Because we are the people of this rock, the Gibraltarians, los Llanitos, British forever, red, white and blue, red, white and proud, red, white and free. Thank you. I love you, Gibraltar. Happy National Day.
Also among the speeches, we heard from the chairman of the SDGG, Richard Buttigieg, and the chair of the All Party Parliamentary Group in London, Amanda Martin.
The landmark treaty represents a transformation in Gibraltar's relationship with Europe, and whilst preserving everything that matters to you. The agreement removes the barriers that stood between Gibraltar and prosperity. No longer will families be separated by lengthy border queues. No longer will businesses struggle with the uncertainty that has clouded some of the economic horizons. Gibraltar remains British. Gibraltar remains sovereign under the Crown, and your self-determination is so powerful. It was exercised in 1967 and has reaffirmed repeatedly since then and remains proudly undiminished. As we've heard, MPs from across the political spectrum have travelled with me here today, and with one shared commitment to ensure that Gibraltar's voice is heard and protected, not just here, but in Westminster. Parliament's support for Gibraltar is not a party political matter. It transcends the divisions of Westminster politics. And over the decades, Gibraltar has faced challenges that would have broken lesser communities. Border closures, economic pressures, diplomatic tensions. But through it all, you have remained steadfast, resilient, and united. And you should be extremely proud of yourselves, as we are of you. Your commitment to British identity never wavered, even when that commitment came at a considerable cost. Your belief in your very own future never diminished, even when that may have seemed uncertain at times. And as we celebrate National Day today, we know that we do so knowing that Gibraltar's best days lie ahead of us. Treaties and agreement do not build prosperity by themselves. That requires the continued hard work, ingenuity, determination that have characterised the people of Gibraltar. It requires the same spirit that transformed a strategic military outpost into a thriving modern economy. The young people of Gibraltar today, of which there are many in this square, and I look proudly upon them as a previous teacher before doing this job, because we know that our youth are our future. Finally, let me say how honoured I am to serve as the chair and the first woman chair of the All Party Parliamentary Group at this historic moment. I do not take lightly the interest in UK Parliament of Gibraltar that I must represent. It is an extreme privilege. And as you celebrate today in your red and white, remember that you do so not only as proud Gibraltarians, but as proud British citizens whose rights are protected and whose voices are heard. And as we say in the Royal Navy, fair winds and travelling seas. And as we say from Westminster and in Gibraltar, happy Gibraltar National Day. Thank you very much.
We welcome good neighbourly relationships. We have never wished for anything else. We have many families and friends in Spain, but we most certainly do not want to antagonize our neighbours. But no one must confuse our generosity and our kindness with weakness. Everyone must understand that when it comes to the defence of our homeland, our rights, and especially our sovereignty, the people of Gibraltar are steadfast in their resolve. We are a people forged from the sacrifices of those before us, generations who endured great hardships so that we can stand here today to proclaim our unique identity and proudly call this wonderful rock behind us our home. So we owe it to those who fought before us, and we owe it especially to our children, to never ever surrender and to continue the defense of our sovereignty. It is not a time for bickering. It is not a time for division. Now, more than ever, we must stand together. There is much more that unites us than that which separates us. We must stand as one because no matter the consequences, it is very important that we collectively rise to any challenges during what is a critical juncture in our history. Unity, to be real, must stand the severest strain without breaking. And so we must not break. And there is no better way to withstand any strain than as a united community. As we always say, el pueblo unido jamás será vencido. And let no one say the fight is not worth it. Let no one convince you that we have been fighting for too long. Do not ever think of giving up. Because when I see all these children and all of our wonderful youth here today, I want them to be able to grow up proudly and safely, like we have, in our Gibraltar, our British Gibraltar, our free Gibraltar. Thank you very much.
That's all from this first part of this special program looking back at the National Day festivities. That was the political rally from Casemates. In part two, we'll hear from Michael Beltran and Ian Triay Clarence, who've been out and about covering everything that's been happening around the rock on this National Day 2025.